Here we go. Third and final map of the grand finals. This one decides the champion. This one decides who's the best between CLG Red and Dignitas in the entirety of the North American region for women's Counter-Strike. This is a big, big deal. And we have Nuke as the deciding map. Last night it was extremely close. Here again today, you got to expect much of the same thing. Train was close, much like it was yesterday. These two teams are very evenly matched.
Yeah, especially Nuke yesterday was both the teams I felt like being a little loosey-goosey with their approach. A lot of aim builds getting taken, and which is surprising in a map like Nuke, but coming in today, I mean, grand finals, final map, you're going to be seeing a much more tighter approach from both the sides. They're not going to give up that much of map control that easily, and I, for one, I'm ready for this. Let's go Nuketown, and not talking about that game.
Yes, indeed. Pissed Around going to be going live. And I think the thing we can take away from both of the first two maps of this series, Train and Mirage, is slow starts from CLG Red. I think they've started down 0-5 in both maps. God, I mean, you can recover from it, but you would really love to not have that problem for the first time in this series if you're CLG Red looking for this pistol round. Goose Breeder gets caught. Now, fortunately, they did not press the issue. Back to the upper bomb site we go, where the defense had already shifted. So a retake is going to have to be the answer for CLG Red, but it's 5-on-5.
Set up for the CTs. Retaking the upper bomb site, very doable, of course, but towards heavens. They're going to have to make a move. No flashbang. They have a smoke. They're waiting for the T's to show something. Bomb ticking away. Diane has a kit and the smoke. So just waiting for this particular smoke towards Mini to kind of dissipate before they go for the hit. And here go. Emmy leading the charge. Clearing out the close angle. It's going to make contact with Artstar. And Art's going to get taken down. Immediate kills. They're all dead. What was that? 1 second, 6 kills. Okay. All right.
How was it that easy? They didn't even use the smoke.
They didn't even need the kit to defuse.
They didn't need anything that they brought to the table except for the headshots. Well done from CLG Red. My word. Obviously a good entry here. I mean, there's some nice crossfires that never really get sprung into action. Thea was obviously caught fighting for the flanker from ramp room in lobby, which didn't allow her to help out her teammate inside of the bomb site. That's kind of heartbreaking, but man, 1-0. Dignitas, that's a tough one to recover from. Here we go, door blown open. It's upgraded pistols. The spam from Emmy finds the kill. Bomb is picked up, and it's going to drop down vents. And there's not a single defender at the B bomb site until just now. It's Goose Breeder. She's going to try and stop the cross, but misses the opportunity. So a bomb plant at the very least for Dignitas, which is enough considering they didn't actually get any armor. It's just upgraded pistols. So they're going to be happy with the bomb plant for sure.
Oh, indeed they are. Yeah, they don't get a single kill, but that's okay. They're going to have the AKs, they're going to have the Kevlar, and more importantly, they're going to have a ton of utility as well, considering they got the bomb down 2 rounds in a row. It was CLG Red. They didn't go for any SMG investments, Jason. They have the SMGs and, sorry, they have the FAMASs, and of course, a nice little team ace coming out there. Here we go, the real test, though. In the CLG, I think they're going to be very happy with the fact that they at least win 1 pistol round. It seems like forever since they lost 1 round involving just the pistols. And for just let it dig, AKs all around, all the utility in the world. What are they going to do with this, though? So far, they've only had 1 kill in the past 2 rounds.
Well, AKs in hand, same with utility. Rain takes a bit of a chip damage from that HE grenade. Wall of smokes outside, but no one's using it. It has caused Goose Breeder to rotate over towards the control window downstairs a little bit early. And Diane's here in ramp room for the moment as well, although she might have a lot of attention. That smoke is not exactly going to stop anything. I think there's a gap in it. So there's the initial fight. And now she's... I was talking the whole time. It's all good, but don't worry.
Did it again.
No, I was holding the shift key this time, which is not my push to talk button, but that's a story for another time. And they were just complimenting me in chat on not muting myself today, and I've bloody gone and done it. Okay, a lot of utility used, not really a whole lot gained, and back to the upper bomb site we go. 2 players in rafters, but man, they've got to cover 2 different angles. No one is watching for this heaven push. It's just Emmy, but she's got to hold real strong or else Yuli's position gets weakened. Nade out in hand, that's the bomb on the ground, and somehow Dignitas, this was almost a perfect pinch, and none of it actually worked.
Yeah, and just the fact that they lose just the 1 player, that is just massive. And Dig just getting completely shut down. And I would have liked to see maybe a little bit of considerable amount of utility they had, maybe a little bit more outer presence coming in, forcing CLG to kind of have to break up the setup they had towards the upper bomb side. But hey, great hold from CLG Red, and now it's going to be a few pistols, a handful of flashbangs, a number of flashbangs in the smokes, and it's going to be Jennifer who will have to kind of spot out any ETs maybe pushing on in, and Dig. Looks like they're going to be just heading towards this lower bomb side, heading straight into Secret. There's no one there for CLG Red right now, but they do have a player towards ramp, and that is going to be Diane. So far, no one's budged yet. I say that, but Goose has actually made her way below. Jennifer spots a player out, and they haven't made a sound yet. There's no one towards garage. So for CLG Red, yes, they have the better weaponry, but they don't really have much information as to where this hit is going to be coming towards.
Ooh, Goose Breeder jumping across. Yeah, that's a good call. Just back away into the bomb site. Now, unfortunately, she's got no teammates, and there's no teammates close by. She's got a pretty difficult task. Doors open. She's just going to spam through the smoke, looking for the response now. Handles it so well. Triple kill from Goose Breeder. One more in the site, and she gets that too. What a beast. Goose Breeder going to hold on to the site all by her lonesome, and it's going to be 4-0 as Artstar eats the grenade.
Oh shit, at least doesn't burn alive, and ace denied. That's mean from Emmy, but Goose on 10 HP, they're not really worth going for that. Great hold coming out from her. And geese can be dangerous. Moses, they're a dangerous bird.
There are geese in the park across the street from me, and when I take my dog walking in the morning, if you get too close, they spread their wings and hiss. And there's like 30 of them in the field. It's real creepy.
Have you ever been chased by a goose?
By a swan, not a goose.
A swan, all right.
Swans
cool.
are assholes.
Well, birds are kind of like failed dinosaurs, so I'm not too surprised there. 4-0 up though, and the fact that they've won so many of these rounds so cleanly, it's so impressive from CLG Red here, and they haven't really switched up their setup right now. They have 2 kills upper bomb side. They have a player waiting towards garage. Emmy, 5-0 up. She's gonna spot a player out, taking the duel, but down 22 points of health. This is a little tricky for Emmy. She will be forced on out, but fortunately, there's no one nearby to get a kill onto his Goose Breeder. Her reign of terror continues on his lower bomb site.
Yeah. She's doing such good work here. Oh, headshot angle. One more. Almost able to add Thea to it. 3 on 4, but Thea's very, very low. So is Emmy on the other side of things, and she's in that upper bomb site. Artstar might be able to find a kill as the smoke clears. It's all a gamble. Oh, but she's given over the advantage. 4 on 2. 3 kits in the mix. Plenty of utility for CLG Red. But Thea, down to 7 HP, has that first kill. Now the op in play, in position, but there's a second flanker coming. Emily doesn't know it just yet. Molotov is going to come out, and that's Yuli who's going to be forced back. Behind the flames for the moment, Diane's got to get put into action. At least pull some tension away from her teammate. And Diane is looking for more, hoping that someone is going to come in this direction. Almost hits that shot. Emily's still got it. She could actually stick to the defuse. She's got a kit, but she doesn't. Instead, oh, missed shot. Emily close up. She finds that. Now certainly, oh, Diane's going to do it. One more on top as she peeks out. And the defuse is certainly hers. And 5-0. We all wanted Diane to show up here on Nuke. The desk called her out, and she's delivered in round 5.
That's insane. She missed some of the easy ones, but then when it matters the most, the final 2 kills, this shot was so good on Emily. And then, of course, catching up Thea as well. Barely a second remaining on the clock. And yeah, Diane, she's come to play now. And this is looking dangerous for Dig. Sure, a couple of these rounds have been kind of close. That was actually the only close round so far from Dig. And still it doesn't work on Emmy with the auto shotty, the best shotgun in the game. This makes me happy. It makes me warm deep down inside.
Man, that's a harsh couple of rounds between Goose Breeder and Diane now with that clutch. Goose Breeder is going to be downstairs again, and she hears that door open, and now she hears it close. Artstar not out as well. That's got to be confusing for Goose Breeder and how she communicates that over to her teammates, but she knows there's one downstairs, and she's found her out. Artstar gets dropped. There's a late cross from Secret, a Molotov and a smoke in their path. Goose Breeder holding off the entire team again, as she's done round after round here on Nuke so far.
She's just been so good. so good at just delaying them, and now, and even the fight she's taking, she's not taking unnecessary fights, not going for this fancy spray downs, just being such a solid rock. And now again, she is alone. She does have backup arriving in the form of Diane. As Goose, how much longer can she stay alive? Finally gets found out by Rain, but Diane is there. Is there any utility to kind of obscure her vision? It doesn't look like it. One Molotov is all they have, and now Diane doing a smart thing, just waiting patiently. It's a 4v3, bomb still yet to be planted, and you can see the rotation already taking place. Jennifer is going to find Emily, and it's now down to Rain and Thea to somehow clutch this round out for the team.
Oh, well, they know where Thea is now. 1 on 3. A little bit of damage added to Yuli. She's far away from the bomb, but she wanted that fight. She knew she had a 1-on-1, but she just can't win it. Another double kill for Goose Breeder in the lower bomb site. This part's closed. What's happening here, Black? Can you analyze this one?
Sorry?
Analyze that for me?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm on the desk.
I don't know. Goose Breeder, if she's going to be playing like that in the lower bomb site, I mean, just don't even go there. If you're Dignitas, I guess. I don't know. She's playing really well, but look at the Dignitas scores at the moment. 1 kill on Artstar and Rain, 0 on Milk, 2 on Emily. There's just not enough fragging production coming out from the Dignitas side, which is weird because that has not been a problem for this entire series so far.
Yeah, and the fact that this is just brutal, isn't it? Like, now they have to head towards upper bomb side. The thing is, even the upper bomb side is such a problem. Jennifer, no one checks her. No one checks Jennifer. She's gonna get 3 kills. Not a single point of damage taken. And in the span of a couple of seconds, it's just a shutdown. She gets 4 kills against a full buy round, and no one checks that position. Not a smoke, not a flash, nothing. This is sloppy from Dig. This is a complete 180 from what we saw from them in Mirage, and that... Oh, I'm starting to worry right now, Moses.
Yeah, this might be a collapse. You got to be worried if you're rooting for Dignitas at the moment. This is timeout time. They didn't take one. 0-7. I don't know what it is with Milk and Nuke, but remember, she started this out really slow yesterday with 0 kills around the 7-8 round mark, but she ended with like mid-20s.
Yeah.
Like she went on an absolute tear eventually. But seems to take a bit of time for her to get in the groove. It seems like it's taking a time for everyone at Dignitas at the moment to get in the groove.
Yeah, they are kind of running out of time, though. And that's the problem right now. Let's do the Goose. She's been just pretty much unstoppable here. Diane takes a shot. This is it. That's fine. There's a player above, and it's going to be Jennifer and Emmy. Chiming in a couple of kills, and Emmy, like an angel of death from above, just raining hellfire. And Diane, not expect the player close by, but Emmy's there to save the day. Another flawless round for CLG Red, 8-0. There's Milk, no kills, no assists. Art and Rain combined with 2 kills. Emily on 2. This is, look, you don't want to just look at the scoreboard and be like, all right, you know, you don't want to point out players, but the fact they're 8 rounds in, and they have the combined total of 9 frags, that does not paint a pretty picture at all. That is just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have all the best strategies in the world, if you're not going to get the kills, nothing's going to work, no matter how much you outposition or outplay your opponents. Hopefully, Dignitas having a nice little come to Jesus moment during this timeout, as they need to figure out exactly what needs to be done to get these players on track. It almost feels like CLG Red is just like pissed off at the I don't know, at the assumption from Dignitas to bring him to this third map, at like the fact that they've even gotten this far. They're just like, what the hell even is this? Emmy has 15,000 after the buy. Goose Breeder at 9K, same with Yuli and Jennifer. Diane at 13,000 after her buy. So, Jesus, at this point, if you're Dignitas, you need like 3 to 4 rounds in a row to take the money away.
They have at least taken a timeout, and I'd like to see a set piece coming out here from Dig, right? I mean, the fact that they've allowed Nuke through means you want to play it, you like playing it, you have some game plan, but right now it's like so many holes. Like, for example, Jennifer getting the 4K from Garage, that should never have happened. Maybe 1 kill, maybe 2. The trade should have taken place. She doesn't take a point of damage, and then just slowly kind of like spreading out, getting picked apart by all these players. The lower bomb side, the fact they're not able to counter the single player down there, that is Goose Breeder. It's a problem. And now Emmy, they're feeling confident here, Jason. 2 players pushing it towards Hut, holding the line, and Art's gonna get the opening kill. That's a nice pick. Goose maybe getting a little too overeager, but Emmy pushes in and gets the trade. So despite that man advantage early on. It's not going to last long.
Yeah, that's a good trade. Good trade from CLG Red to bring it into a 4-on-4. That split might have been able to get pulled off a little bit better. Not a whole lot of utility. Not very convincing. It seemed like they didn't really want to be aggressive and collapse on the lobby. Regardless, this has allowed Dignitas to get down secret stairs. It's Diane with an AWP there. Normally, they're stopped by Goose, so we'll see what Diane has in store for him, but the op might be unexpected. The big question mark, however, is Thea's position, as she's wrapped all the way outside. Flashbang up top. Diane's got one. Artstar falls inside as well. Emily is forced to commit, and Diane picks her off as well. What a transfer over, and Yuli finds the final. 9-0.
That got a little close. So yeah, a couple of casualties, but all 5 players over 10k. Goose has to buy up, but apart from that, it's ridiculous. Like you said, they need to win like 3 or 4 in a row right now to make it happen. And again, everywhere they go, this lower bomb site it's been blocked. It's like different players just cosplaying Gandalf and just saying, "Up, you're not gonna pass." Goose Breeder, now Diane, and it's rough. They're still gonna go for the buy. Maximal's bonus has been in play for a while, and now the fast way coming in towards upper. Jennifer is gonna burn a player alive though, but finally something might work out here. But this player hiding in the corner, Jennifer's gonna fall, and finally Dignitas, they might get around on board here. Goose Breeder left alone in a 1v4, and finally they throw caution to the winds, go for the fast hit towards upper, and it works out.
Yeah, smacks of desperation, but I mean, that works, so it's okay. Not sure what Goose Breeder's plan is. Little does she know, she might actually be able to win this if she went for it, even in a 1-on-4 low HP, but probably not worth the risk altogether. I would imagine priority's got to be saving the AWP that's up top. She's making a lot of noise, though, and no one's looking for this just yet. There's Thea to find her right at the end. Nicely done. And Dignitas, there's been a lot of bird conversation. They're getting that little goose egg off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's nice to see. But still, 9-1. And the thing is, I mean, this isn't the Nuke of old, right? It's no longer the city-sided map it once was. It's way more balanced right now. I'm not necessarily one of an advocate of all maps being balanced, right? It's always cool to have certain maps to trade with the T side or CD side, but Nuke is a map of late, especially the higher levels of Counter-Strike. You see teams are way more comfortable in the T side. And right now for Dignitas, yeah, they win this round, but they need way more. And even if they get to like 5 rounds, I don't know if it's going to be enough. CLG Red just seems so confident individually. They're making barely any mistake. And even the decision making, right? Even the spray downs and multi-kill rounds coming out from Diane and Goose Breeder and Jennifer. It's not them just going for these Hail Mary spray downs or just risky plays. No, they're playing it smart, repositioning, good stuff. Diane, though, staying around for a little too long. And Thea, how does she get 2 kills there? Great pick on the Diane, immediate transfer on the Goose Breeder. And now suddenly, in this messy affair, CLG Red maybe getting a little too overeager, and they're punishing them for it.
Yeah, maybe getting way overconfident. Even Emmy having the auto shotgun that is now taken out of their hands. So 2 rounds in a row for Dignitas. They're coming roaring back. I would agree. I think that almost felt a little overconfident from CLG Red taking those fight selections. Good kill from Thea, good transfer down from Goose Breeder, but there is a player outside. They could have waited for Jennifer to make contact, but she was never really put into play. Still a pretty big lead for CLG Red. I mean, they don't even need to necessarily avoid mistakes. They just need to avoid something catastrophic. There's still so much money for the CLG Red side. One more buy after this round, even if they're to lose it. But Diane still has the op, has an opening pick now. 5-on-4. And it seems like the upper bomb site is where Dignitas is feeling some weakness.
First time we're seeing CLG Red actually send a player up towards Secret. And it's going to be Diane, of course, not expecting that. Was Emily. What's that? Here comes a hit. Emmy's ready. But Julie from above, 1, 2, dropping on down, bomb at her feet, swapping over the AK-47. Emmy's gonna shut it down, but Thea with a quick reply, but this is a 1v5. If she pulls this off, it's gonna be the actual 1v5 clutch ace. And that, unfortunately, looks very, very unlikely on 20 HP. And good reply from CLG Red. This time around, they don't overextend, Jason. They play it safe, they hold on to their default positions, and they shut it down. Someone
yelled at him after that last round. It was like, all right, reel it back in, ladies. Everyone calm down. With 20 HP, I just don't even see the possibility in this. Gonna be tough. Jennifer Molotov forces Thea forward, and that's an easy kill. 10-2 in the favor of CLG Red. Thea's got to be feeling pretty lonely at the top of that scoreboard. 14-10 for her.
Yeah, Milk's gonna be pretty lonely as well. That's rough, man.
Yeah,
I've been there.
It is. Well, look, we complimented her heavily last night because she had a very similar situation, and she managed to stay in the game mentally and come back with something like, you know, all of a sudden we were so surprised to see her sitting at like 23 kills from 0. So now would be another good time to have a showing like that.
It would be. In Diane's position here, are they going to expect the op? She's been everywhere. And of course, now Diane finds Art, and that's the potential flank, the potential look taken care of. And a hit's going to be coming in at Goose. Breeder's Nest, this lower bomb site, and they want to take it. They have to snatch it away from her cold dead hands. And right now, she's doing a great job just staying alive. She's got Diane as well close by. Nate won't be tossed on in. She's sitting on top of the silo, and just her presence is going to force them back.
All
and
five
Jennifer's
defenders.
position.
All 5 defenders are here, though. Yeah, Jennifer's everything. There's the first good double kill. Oh, dear, she needed those. Almost a triple. They're very fortunate that Dignitas did not choose to try and go right back up the vents because there were no defenders upstairs. Now, Thea and Milk, they're just trapped.
Emmy? Yeah, there's nothing Thea can do. She has been the one sole shining light for Dig on his T side, but in for her, 6 HP. Yep, Emmy's gonna have a very, very easy time getting the kill. And for Dig, Jason, yeah, they showed a little bit of glimpses of making something happen, but CLG Red, they snatch it back. Penultimate round of this first half, and this is looking grim. This is looking very grim. The 2 rounds they got, the first round, which Dig won, great job. Second round, CLG Red getting a little too overconfident, and now when they go back to the defaults, just go back to what's working out for them, they just shut it down completely.
Well, now with Tech 9s on the board in the hands of Milk and Rain, you can get creative. You can throw caution to the wind. You can get a little crazy. Nothing just yet, though. Emily peering over the smokes, looking for some kind of a peek. That flashbang. Oh, it's going to allow Jennifer to come in. She had a double off that exact play recently, or just last night, excuse me, against Dignitas. This time, only nets her some damage onto Emily.
Emily, though, finding Diane. It's a big pick. Emmy gets spotted out by Art. And she's going to go for the duel here. Wants to win this one. Holding the line. Artstar actually winning this one out. Emmy very, very low. She needs to try and stay alive here. And now man advantage, rather women advantage for Dignitas. And they have control of quite a bit of real estate. And look at the flag coming in from Heavens as well.
Oh, this is... I don't know about this. They haven't actually taken control of lobby. They haven't created some safety net for themselves. Yuli needs this kill and not going to get it. That should be the round. These positions are not defensible for CLG Red, so Dignitas is going to get to 3, but because, remember, that stellar, that incredible economy that CLG Red built up, they won't have to save at all. They'll have everything they want in the last round of the half as well. They haven't had money issues this whole time. This has been Dignitas playing in nightmare mode.
That was so well done by Dig, if you really think about it. The way they realize how CLG like playing the setup. It's, you know, very safe. They don't really go for much... for much of an information play, and they slowly wrapped around, just kind of like a mini battle of attrition, and they come out on top. I wish they did this a little bit earlier. I wish they were able to try this out, because even if they win the final couple of rounds, I don't know if it's going to be good enough here. And for CLG Red, like you said, they still have money for days, and right now they just need a buy for one more round.
Even if they get this 4th round, what a comeback they'd have to have. What a second half there'd have to be. I don't even think 4, like even 5 is kind of right on the edge of being enough. 4 definitely is a really rough place to be. Well, fast-paced, upper bomb site. Here we go. Everything on this. Rain has got the first kill. Transfers over to Heaven. 2 players here, but they can't get out. Oh, Diane just gives up the cross. Just gives up the scope, and they've got to bail out of above ladder. Good Molotov. And 3 players from CLG going to make this retake happen over towards Mini. Actually, all 4 players outside, so this is basically a 1-2 front retake. and it's going to be near impossible. Another Molotov to heaven is going to delay things. And here we go.
Here we go. We saw the pistol round earlier. It was a 5v5 retake, which CLG Red just made it look so very clean. This time around, they have the man disadvantage. 4v5 flashbang to make their way in. Diane's going to get the first kill. Jennifer finds a second. They're all falling like flies, and Emily's going to be left alone, and she's going to get taken down. It's a pistol round all over again. How do they do this? How can you win a retake like that? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I wonder if maybe they just know something, because both the retake and the pistol round and right there both came with most of the forces coming through Mini. And obviously that was a weak point in the hold from Dignitas, but that whole half was a rough time. 12-3 in the favor of CLG Red in the final map of the grand finals. We're headed to a break. Dignitas is going to compose themselves, and we'll see if they've got a comeback in them. Stay tuned.
Close the window, lock the door so we don't have nowhere to go. Feel the rhythm through your body. Let your soul out, I won't tell nobody. Yes, you feel the heat, such chemistry with your energy. It's feeling me. Is it really you? 'Cause it's real to me. Oh, so please don't stop. So I drown in the sky. Forget my impulse, I just like you. It's not often a stranger gets me this high. I'm in limbo, trapped inside you, and I'm not coming out. You feel the heat, such chemistry with your energy. It's feeling me. Is it really you? 'Cause it's real to me. So please don't stop. Like California love, let's go lay out in the sun, then go party in the dark like the day will never. We will stand our ground.
Tough times ahead for Dignitas. They're down 9 rounds coming out of the halftime break, 3-12, and everyone has gone quiet. First map started out well, ended in tragedy. Second map was dominant from Dignitas, and Train, it feels like they haven't even started playing yet. Thea at 16-12, but next closest is Artstar and Emily at 5. Fragging is not there, and CLG Red taking complete advantage. Now a ramp rush. Yuli cornered in, but it doesn't matter. They demolish everyone, and CLG Red looking for a quick finish.
Yeah, this is done. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. This one's a donezo. Don't say that, Jason. This one's, I feel, over. Like CLG Red, they just look indomitable right now, and especially the final round, the first half, the retake. I find it so fitting that it ended the way the pistol round was. Like, it's almost like deja vu. But this time around, they even had the man disadvantage. They had to face up against rifles, and yet it was so clean. And Nuke just seems like the playground. This is so convincing. You look at Train, it was a close affair. Mirage could have actually gone kind of either way, even though Dig looked like the better team. And Nuke, it has been a spanking. And everyone, it's not Goose, it's not Diane, it's not Yuli, it's not Jennifer, it's not Emmy, it's everyone just stepping up and just kind of dismantling Dignitas, which is, it's unfortunate it ends this way, but here we go. Oh, that's awkward. That's awkward, but they're able to recover.
Milk.
Come on,
P250 in
Milk.
hand. Yeah, I know. Let's get it. Let's get after it. There. Well, Emily, she falls as well. 14-3 now, and Dignitas in this next round gonna go for the buy. They have to go for the buy. No matter what happens for the rest of the game, it's time to invest everything you got every single round.
Listen, I just hope Milk gets a kill. I'm just rooting for her right now. It's gotta suck. Imagine you're a player and you're like, all right, guys, we lost. And I know it's not her fault. It's not her fault alone. Her team just getting completely outplayed right now. But deep down inside, you're like, oh, if I could have done this, I could have done that. Hopefully something works out. Something will work out. Although it is for Emily. She's gonna find Goose. Blinded. Doesn't want to take the deal against Diane. AK-47. At least an opening. A tiny opening, Jason, but still an opening for Dig to try and claw their way back into this game.
Yeah, problem is, even if they capitalize on this opening, they better have said opening, you know, another 12 times in this half, in this game. Emily backing away from the windows, now climbing ladder. Outside has been completely lost to CLG Red. And Emmy's gonna push her way towards lockers. No real indication of what the final destination is. Emmy can attack a lot of different ways. Emily is watching this, and there's the kill. No one else from CLG Red is making a move.
Suddenly slowed it down quite a bit. Now Yuli. She can catch the timing. This could be big, but Art is more than ready. And one by one, CLG Red picked apart here. They don't have much time to work with. 20 seconds, 23 seconds on the clock. They're going to try and at least try and get the bomb down, but it's still a player on the bomb side. They haven't checked her. There's two of them, and they're going to get mowed down. Nothing they could do. And finally, Dignitas, they win a round. The second convincing round they've had so far in this entire map.
Yeah, well, it's something. They'll take it at this point. They'll take anything that they can be given. 10-round lead for CLG Red, and for the first time, they've been forced back to pistols. P250s on 3 players, Deagle on Jennifer, and a CZ on Emmy. Delayed hit towards the upper bomb site. Some shots coming in. Jennifer's going to turn the corner. Had the chance, but Emily recovers well. And now Door. Milk's got her first kill. She gets 2. Woo! Just for the addition, and there she is. Now she's back.
Let's go. Let's go, Milk. Ah, that must be such a relief for her. It's a relief for me. I feel relief for her right now, but good couple of rounds.
I think everyone's been there. I can't help but every time I see that happen, I always think of Rain from FaZe.
Oh. And
at that Sydney event where he was like 0-13 or something before he got his first kill, and the entire crowd exploded for him. We've all been there, and it's a horrible feeling. So good on her to get those 4 kills. Like we said, she had a very similar situation last night and recovered very, very strong. So if she comes back into this, maybe the comeback is doable. It's still far away from even considering right now, but that'd be a good first step.
Yeah, I mean, if Dig, as unlikely as it is, if they come back and win this game and Milk just drops like, I don't know, like something mental, like 30 kills in this half, yeah. That'll be a hell of a comeback. Better than Seabiscuit, as we do have the rifles for CLG Red though now. Slowly creeping up towards this secret area, and it's going to be Rain. Spotting the tiny little pixel angle, pixel gap. The moment she spots a player, the incendiary will be tossed on in to delay them. And yeah, she sees them, tosses in the utility, falls on back to a much more passive angle.
Counter Molotov for Diane to help clear stairs. There's going to be one to her left. That's Rain. Flashbang in that direction as well. Late peek, I think they know it. Diane's looking for that fight. And actually now, Rain is going to come out the doors. There's players coming down from ramp room as well. So even though CLG Red has 4 players here, there's 2 set up in a crossfire, and there's only 1 smoke to deal with this. And that is going to go to the near side of the ramp hall. There's the corner peek. Goosebreeder grabs. Oh, wow! What a jumping shot. Artstar goes down, and she probably doesn't even know how it happened. Diana's next. bomb. She can't stop it from going down, but the retake is happening so quick. Into a one-on-one, it's Yuli versus Milk. She's now up to 6 kills. And Yuli gonna call the bluff, late peek, and Milk wins it on top with the kit as well. Triple kill in the round, and Dignitas up to 6.
How do Dignitas recover from that? Like Goose, I feel like she did everything there. This is a jumping shot, especially, was pure filth. That was illegal. Okay, I just wanted to see this. Gets spray. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. I think she landed, but still, 6 shots coming out from her. But Milk, again. This is it. This is it, Jason. I'm feeling it. I'm calling it. These are the kills you need. That's what happened yesterday as well.
You're calling a comeback?
I'm just calling it.
I don't You called it over. You called it over 3 rounds ago. You can't just leave it at I'm calling it right now. You have to tell me what we're calling here.
I'm calling a little bit of a resurgence. A little bit of resurgence from Dig. But honestly,
much more measured in the second take. I must point that out.
I have grown a little bit wiser over the years, Jason. A little bit. Tiny bit. CLG with the pistols, ME with the dualies. Always love to see that. And for Dig, well, if they're ever going to mount a comeback, well, now's the time, right? They're throwing a couple of runs together here. But there is 0 margin for error.
Man, that one hurts. Yeah, I think a couple more rounds like that, and I think maybe you start getting some frustration seeping into CLG Red that they can't close some of these situations out. And then who knows? Pop flash in. Thea is blind. They've got the wide angle, but it's Milk again to save the day. Double kill for her on top of the hut. Goosebeard are going to come up vents, and Milk would love to add a 3rd kill into the round, but she's got low HP, so maybe backing away. And this round's all Dig, so 14-7 when this round is said and done.
For Goose, she could still... The thing is, for the money for Dig right now, it's not that great. I mean, you look at Milk, and she hasn't died in like 3 rounds right now, so her money's great. But if you look at everyone else, like Emily, she's dead. She's just 700 in the bank. Sure, if they win the round, they're going to have the bonus money, but it's still kind of grim economy-wise for Dig. So if I'm Goose here, considering it was just the pistol purchase, I'm going for this. I'm going to go and try and deal as much damage as I can. Maybe take away 1 more gun, but Artstar with the AWP, she's going to reply back. So yeah, no casualties apart from Emily dying early. The AWP will be dropped in her direction. And Dignitas, well, 7 rounds.
Yeah, a little bit surprising. Nice little comeback going on though, and they do have some money built up behind this as well. So even in a loss, they can stay alive and still fight in the next round. Emily's taken a bit of damage, down to 60 HP. Artstar with the AWP in ramp room for the moment. And there's a gap on the other side of that smoke, makes that shot easy onto Yuli. And even, ooh, that was almost a dangerous flashbang to throw, but the jump across is well done. Upper bomb site is going to be under attack. They stream into the hut. Thea's got 1 and 2. Milk is still stepping up, as we said she might do. Another kill for her that makes it 10 so far in this second half alone. From 0 at halftime to this. And Dignitas is starting to string rounds together and build some momentum. Did Goosebeard just get tagged to 1 HP by an AWP? Or down 1 HP with an AWP?
I don't know. I actually noticed it, but Goose still alive, always a threat, but Rain will put it in. Look at the health on 4 of the players. That got kind of scary for every one of them, but still, keep 4 players alive. It's starting to build up the bank. The only thing here is they don't have the rounds to work with, right? There's, like I said earlier, there's no margin for error. The back's against the wall. They have to win almost every single, not almost, they have to win every single round going forth if they want to win this map in regulation. So far, they're doing a pretty good job in this defense. CLG Red, though, shouldn't be too worried yet. They still have a pretty substantial lead, pretty massive buffer to work with, and once more, the pistol's going to be coming on out. It's going to be another adventure towards a secret area.
I mean, once Dignitas gets to double digits, if they get there, you got to be feeling like this is way too close, considering it was 14-3 at one point. Nice kill through the smoke for Rain, and Emily is downstairs already as well. She's got some flashbangs if she needs to fall back. First contact doesn't go her way. Secondary definitely doesn't go her way. But there's an AWP here. Pistols out for Artstar, and 2 weapons transferred over. And Emmy adds one. A good lurk in towards Mini. Oh, this is so scary. Thea and Rain, they're separated by the entire map. Rain finds 1, but she's down to half HP, and there's 50 seconds to play with.
Scary thing is, the Kevlar they have, it wasn't just the pistols. And with the rifles retrieved, Yuli and Jennifer, we know what they can do with this. They have the bomb as well. Thea, hugging the smoke, playing up close. And like you said, the defense is split. Rain, all by lonesome towards upper. She hasn't budged yet. She's still holding towards advance here, and it's going to come down to Thea. And the timing on this could be massive. Jesus? Yes, Jesus, this could be massive. As Thea, she's flanking in from behind. She's going to get the kill on Jennifer. She's going to be found out. It's a 1v2, I'm sorry, but Julie, she has no idea who the second player is. She at least knows where Thea is, and Thea, this crossfire is huge, but Yuli finds the scope to clutch it out and to get a championship point. What a round from Yuli. Woo.
Oh, no way. No way. That's the dagger that Yuli delivers. Holy hell. Great shot onto Thea and perfect response. Rain gets caught completely off guard. 15-8. This game is just not meant to be in Dignitas' favor. That's 2 clutches in the lower bomb site, near impossible clutches we've seen in this match alone, this map alone. First Diane, remember, in the first half with the AWP, and now Yuli again.
That's just brutal. I mean, look at the scoreline at 15-8, and those 2 clutches, like you said, had gone the way of Dig. 13-10, 12-11. I mean, there's a world where this could be almost tied up. We said how Dig, they had no margin for error, but now they actually have no margin for error. 1 round, and it's over. CLG Red are going to be crowned the queens of NACS. They are going to be the undisputed champions. For Dig, though, they have shown they still have some fight left in them. They still have more. They have the money. They have the buy. So they don't have rounds to work with. They need to win 7 in a row, Moses, and that, as much as I want to believe, it looks unlikely, but here we go. CLG Red, a little bit of utility getting tossed in, not really making a play based off it, but it looks like the upper bomb side pincer coming in as Emmy gets tagged on by Emily, but the kill will not take place.
Emmy can just stay alive outside. That forces Emily to keep her attention there. Nice frag from Artstar. Not entirely through this smoke. Goose Breeder was trying to make her way through. Smoke up top behind, and Diana's looking for this peek. She wants it, and she's going to get it. Oh, but she cannot even react fast enough. Great shooting from Rain. 5-on-3 as Dignitas respond right back. And if it wasn't for that pesky little clutch from Yuli in the last round, I don't know. It feels like Dignitas, they're playing such a good CT side. That clutch just cripples them, I think. That hurts them from being able to actually make this comeback happen. Flashbang out in towards Hut. Emmy protecting her teammates. One swinging in Mini. And there's Emily in the door. They've got a couple, and it's just Emmy from up top and against 3, and Emily finds her. 15-9.
There's something super scary about CLG Red, you know, being at a man disadvantage and that upper bomb side. I don't know how they keep working it, but yeah, good job from Dig, holding on, keeping 3 players alive as well, meaning that the buy won't be too shabby at all for CLG Red, though. It's going to be map and match point going ahead for the duration of this entire half, and they have 6 opportunities to close it out. They're going to do the same thing again. The slow creep approach with the low bomb side has worked on out fast, but this is much faster. Jennifer's already through the fence. I don't know if they're aware of this. I don't think they are. There is a player floating around towards lower. That is, of course, Art. And Art's going to be faced off against Jennifer. She needs to stay alive. The nade's going to do some damage, but doesn't matter. Jennifer is going to get the kill. 4 more kills now for CLG Red. And Jennifer's position here is so powerful for CLG.
Yeah, and Emily has to try and deal with it. Oh, that's an awkward fight. And good win again from Jennifer. Emily, I think, just wanted to clear that out. Having Jennifer in this position for the entire round was going to be such a problem. Unfortunately, it's gone the other way. 5-on-3 as they cross secret. No one from Dignitas is moving yet to try and retake that lower bomb site, mostly because it's just Rain. She needs a teammate to come join up with her. Thea's on the way, and Rain's going to do what she can for the moment, but this is a problem. There's the first kill. No one else from CLG is actually in the bomb site. She gets a pretty wide peek in. Now she sees them exiting. Flashbang is out. She's going to go for the follow-up peek behind it. Bomb being planted in safety, but not for long. Diana has to tuck herself into a corner, makes herself a small target for the moment, and here we go. A 2-on-2. The map is on the line, and Thea's tapped the bomb. Not sticking it just yet. Flashbang to allow the pick from Yuli, and she can't transfer over. It's Goose Breeder instead, and she escapes. Rain is going to start hunting her down, but the sound cues are there, and Goose Breeder is just playing a game as she rings right back into the door. That smoke is going to fade soon, and Rain just has to stick it. And oh no, Goose Breeder, she's going to blind herself. She's spraying, and Dignitas have done it. Somehow, in miraculous fashion, 15-10, Dig is still alive.
There is a god looking over Dignitas right now. I have no idea. Goose played at perfection. Absolute perfection. The smoke dissipates and she flashes herself in the last second that she needed for the defuse. That is... Oh, okay. My heart's in my mouth right now. For Dig as well, they're gonna call a timeout. It's the final timeout for Dignitas. And they... I don't know how they're winning this, Jason. I don't know how they're winning these rounds, but they're still winning it. And with CLG Red, that was the opportunity to close this one out.
This is what's so depressing, though, Blah. Like, if you just think to that, the Yuli clutch, like, look at how well they're playing and handling these situations. And yeah, they've gotten a little bit of luck on their side. But, I mean, if they still had that one-round buffer, this would feel so much more doable. But the idea that you still have to win 5 in a row after all of this is so tough.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, a couple of clutches just going the way of Dig, and... that's heartbreaking. And Emily, she's gonna catch Diane, working that spawn perfectly. And no trades possible for CLG Red. And Dig. At this point, you gotta say, they have kind of come alive. That clutch especially would have given them a little bit of extra second win in their sails. Emmy, though, spots out a player. She knows there's someone floating around. And that is, of course, Rain. The hero of the previous round. Can she do more, though? Yuli slowly creeping on up. There's no one towards Mini. If they catch Rain, though, this could be big. Smoke's gonna be deployed. Yuli, biding a time, waiting for the flashes to pop. Slowly gonna creep on up, and there's a player right above. The op shot will be missed. And now, Emily's kind of trapped here, and it's gonna be Emmy finding her, but Rain holding the line with another quick trade.
There's no utility for CLG Red. They've got 50 seconds, but they need to find Rain outside. Rain's got no teammates to help her out, so they're just saying, play for yourself. Good luck. God bless. Tagged. Oh, one more kill. It's really well done from Rain, and still maintaining this position. You can see CLG Red, because of the lack of utility, they can't really address the problem, especially now that she's survived for so long. This is so much time and resources have gone to trying to eliminate Rain that there is really no other options left. Now it's just book it down to the lower bomb site, and Artstars happy to take that fight. Double kill, and an ult picked up for Emily. Just 4 rounds away now.
Are you starting to believe, Jason? Like, are you, like, is there, like, a tiny little feeling in the back of your mind?
No. I mean,
Good.
You obviously realize there's a possibility, you know? You gotta be realistic to a certain degree. There's a very slim chance.
If they win based off this bye, I'm gonna be...
This is how it happens.
Gunning for a Dig.
This is how it always happens. A change of pace with some Tech 9s, some Mac 10s, some P250s. Oh dear. As the great Samuel Jackson once said, hold on to your butts.
Great man, great words. Mac 10s, Deagle, CZ. Yeah, I'm expecting an upper hit here. It's gonna be fast, it's gonna be furious. For Dig. Is it gonna catch him off guard? I don't know. They have 3 players waiting towards upper. And... oh, never mind. CLG actually switching it up. But it's going to be the pincer, I feel like, towards upper bomb side. It's going to be Goose dropping on down. Spot the player above, and it's going to be the Mac 10. It's going to find the first kill. Thea replies back 1, 2. Looking for more. As Rain's going to fall. And suddenly this is looking a little scary, but Thea doing everything on her lonesome. 3 frags. Now a 2v2. Jennifer replies back, but Yuli's internally bleeding on 4 HP. Emily from above. The op, not the best of weapons to work with. on his potential retake. Especially
Well-
the Mac-10 staring down up at her.
Oh no, that was too much. I don't know why Emily did that. She had her teammate coming in from mini. She could have just stayed and waited. Now it's all on Artstar. And yeah, Yuli's low, but you never want to have 1v2 for map, for series, for grand final, and Dignitas is still in it. 12th round on the board. They are somehow holding on just barely.
I don't know how they're winning these rounds. It's so close. CLG, they can taste it. They can feel it. They know they have it, and yet they're just not able to close it out. And I feel it's kind of fitting after the clutches they won earlier in this game that Dig, now it's their turn to win some of these clutches. Their turn to win some of these unlikely rounds where you're like, yeah, this one's done. Wrap it up. Send it to the desk. And Dig are like, no, we still have it in us. 3 more rounds, Jason. 3 more rounds, and we could potentially be seeing overtime for the very first time in the tournament in the final deciding map.
Rain spamming into the smoke. It's a complete wall. There's 3 smokes used, but there's only 1 left if they get to that lower bomb site. Plenty of Molotov, but they've got to get past Emily. Good shot. Molotov to cover her retreat. And the tough part is this entire half, when CLG comes down secret, it's usually with 3 to 4 players, which means that 1 Molotov stalls everything out. Jennifer looking for Rain, and she just looks away, an inopportune timing on that peek, and Rain's actually transitioned all the way over towards Warehouse. She's going for another wide peek. Yuli again, low at 4 health, and they must find her. Diane's put her down. No more damage from Rain outside. Artstar steps up to lockers. No one's checking, and a double kill again. Dignitas defense looking good and getting better as time goes on.
4v4 to a 1v4. Jennifer left alone now. Bomb out in the open. She can't retrieve it. She needs to find a kill real quickly, but there's a player around the corner. Milk is the one to find the frag. 2 more rounds for Dig. They have the money. I mean, doesn't really matter if they have the money or not. I mean, they can't afford to lose anymore. For CLG Red, though, yeah, I mean, they're going to go for the buy here. They have the utility, they have the guns, but they're not able to crack it. They come so close, but they're not able to crack it. And this particular play from Art, just the timing working out wonderfully for her. No one looking, no one checking. And you gotta ask yourself this question: are CLG starting to kind of get into their heads right now?
I don't know how you wouldn't be to just be mentally in a really rough spot if you're CLG Red. I remember this was 14-3 at one point. It's a 10-1 run. And every decision that anyone on Dignitas makes, there's been clutches. There was the heartbreaking 2 versus 1 they lost. There's been 2 1v1 victories. There's been a 1 versus 2 victory for Dignitas. This has been such a difficult half of Counter-Strike for CLG Red. So yeah, you've got to start second-guessing everything. And so much damage done, and 1 kill right as a final parting gift from Rain.
Okay, all right. Milk just goes full Jack Nicholson on Jennifer, finds the kill. 5v3 now. They have the bomb though, and Artstar, she doesn't have to do much. All has to do is just hold on, just control this area. Don't give up a life. Just don't die. Just stay alive. And for CLG Red, they have so much to do. Still have time to work with though. But they are kind of trapped here. All 3 players towards the lower. If they head towards the upper bomb side, there's still a couple of players there. Oh, and Milk's position. This is brutal for CLG Red. There's no escape.
No, there's no going back. Literally rock in a hard place. Artstar with the first on Diane. If you're CLG Red, just get that bomb down inside of the smoke and see what happens afterwards. Emily gonna pop flash for a teammate. Artstar's gonna take advantage to push right in, and she's got the angle. So much damage is done to Goose Breeder. Let's see. 2 on 4. This is gonna be a tough clutch. Goose Breeder has no HP. She's gonna go down. They know the position of Emmy. 26 health to work with against 4, and they're all just gonna push for hole in the door, and Emily's got it as Emmy jumps around the corner. 1 final chance for CLG Red to close this out in regulation. What a comeback from Dignitas. Milk entered the second half with 0 kills. She's up to 12, helping to power Dignitas back into this game.
Thea and 28 kills, 2 shy of dropping a 30 bomb in regulation. And CLG Red, I mean, call the timeout, call whatever help you need, because you're gonna need it. Dig, they have dug in, they have not budged. They want that overtime, they want the championship. I won't lie. They have just defied everything. They've defied everyone and everything. I called it early on, and they're proving me and I believe everyone wrong. This has been a monumental comeback, and I feel a fitting end to the tournament.
Yeah, certainly worthy of a grand final. I agree. Round number 30. CLG Red have not been able to find a winning recipe in this second half. It all falls to this round. And a couple players going to start probing outside. Diane with an AWP. Yuli is with her. We had Emmy up on top of the silo for the moment, and a smoke wall is going to be put into place. How do they want to utilize it? They've had a tough time, CLG Red, dealing with Rain outside and Emily dropping downstairs. This time it's R-Star in the lower bomb site. But Rain is still here. And it's a quiet, creeping, walking cross for Emmy. No damage is dealt this time.
Diane just tossing the bomb over to a teammate, and oh, the nice flick onto Rain, but somehow she survives. Getting tagged through the boxes. Bit of damage being dealt, and now Rain, she's kind of in a little bit of a pickle here. There is no one nearby. She's been left alone to her own devices to try and somehow stay alive and dig her way out of this. But as long as she stays alive, that's good enough. She's actually going to be going for the wide string. This is ballsy. This is ballsy, and Julie, she's going to punish her for it. Now Thea, she's got to aggress out. Timing is everything. Spots on Jennifer is going to get the kill. Even Steven so far, and the upper hit coming in. They don't check for Milk, and Milk, her time to shine, finds one, finds a second kill. Actually, it's going to be Emily who's going to get the kill, and now a 1v3 Goose Breeder to try and win this for a team. But this looks like it's done. Looks like it's going to be overtime, and Goose making quite a bit of noise, getting shot from every direction, and Dignitas, they take it to overtime. They defy the odds, and somehow, the game is not done yet. I actually cannot believe it.
Oh, all props to Dignitas for this comeback. All props to Thea, who had to carry this team through stretches of this final map. All props to Milk, from 0 kills to 13 in this second half, to be able to stay in this game and be a crucial part of the defense. Everyone in this second half stepped up. And you asked if CLG Red a couple rounds ago was feeling the collapse. They certainly have to feel real bad right now. 14-3 lead at one point. And it's a 12-1 run to come back into the map. No one's feeling good after that one.
That is just unreal. Actually unreal. With overtime coming in,
man. T-Side's having a tough one. I mean, remember, the desk even put it, it's the two oppers, the two in-game leaders of their teams, Emily and Diane, were kind of like the players to watch. And at least in this third map, we get to watch them struggle to find an answer for these defenses, struggle to find a winning formula for the T side of Nuke.
I mean, it's kind of rolling back the years in Nuke. I haven't seen a Nuke this decided in quite a while. But man, yeah, credit to Dig. The way they have just managed to just grind it out round after round. True, a couple of those... Yeah?
I'll tell you what. CLG at least has set up the most glorious, let them get to the highest point possible just so you can tear them all the way back down. That's what they've set up at this moment.
It was all planned. It's all planned, Jason.
Exactly. Well, some lobby aggression from Milk. I think she tried to get top flash through the smoke. All Goose Breeder's aware of the follow-up. Maybe not the second player coming from ramp, and that's Rain. However, a 4-on-2. She's going to back into the hut. She's found Jennifer. And they should know she's here, but Emily with a perfect shot to take a lot of the attention and danger away from Rain. Emmy's going to try and deal with it. And she's locked into this bomb site for the moment, and there she goes. Good aggression between Rain and Emily, and it's all on Diane. 1 versus 2. They're going to start hearing these footsteps. They'll certainly hear the door open and the smoke go down. Diane does not know where both players are. And the drop comes down vents, and she's going to have to escape. She wants this challenge. At least find a fight, a kill here, and disappear, and she's got that. Diane into the smoke, but no, it's Emily coming out of the door, and she's got an AK-47 in hand. Diane looking forward, and she's got one more. A big-time clutch for the CLG captain. 16-15.
Oh, came down to it. Came down to a head-to-head, which we had earlier in the death segment. Diane versus Emily, and Diane. I loved how Dig were able to recover in the upper bomb side, but then Diane just with the clutch. But where was his clutch? The one round they needed all this while in regulation, and it comes a little too late. But still, they go into the lead in the first round of overtime. Still need to find 3 more.
Oh, this is crazy. They're going to go back for it again. They're going back for this lobby aggression. Although, fair play, Thea and Emily have been performing so well. There's a nice little bait set up here. If Emily can grab 1 kill and fall back, no one's going to expect Thea in that corner.
Patience from Emily. And CLG having none of it. Just going to be all falling back. All 5 players just leaving lobby. Not a single player staying behind. And Rain, the timing is atrocious. He just goes for the wide swing, hoping to catch 1 or 2 players off guard, but finds 5AK just staring down at her. And now Milk with the rotation. She's going to be holding the line. She's got Art as well. This is a pretty decent crossfire. They can just slaughter them, depending on the timing in which they peak. But CLG going to slow things down a little bit.
Oh, that's not a bad nade. Not a bad nade at all. Artstar, oh my god, she's stepping forward. She's trapped. She's lured into that fight. Oh, I bet she wishes she could have that one back. Milk only gets the one before being traded off by Yuli. And the whole map is available. Emily coming through the vents, coming through the flames, and they're going to find Thea right now. 1 versus 3. 28 seconds left, and Thea's been so good, but that's too much to ask. And CLG Red have recovered from that disastrous regulation, and now they've put 2 in a row on the board. This has got to be, I wonder, man, what an awful feeling if you had like 6 chances to close out a map from like 15-9 to 15-15, and then you get the first 2 rounds of overtime. That's that's got to be some depressing irony for you.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. Honestly, like if that happened. You grind back from being, what, 14-3 down at one point? And then you just get completely stomped out in overtime. Yeah, that's going to be rough. But Dig, they're not strangers to coming back, Jason. That's one thing we figured out here. So, it's overtime. How many rounds? 3 rounds and 1.5? Yeah, it's easy.
Sir. Well, no op for Dignitas to play with quite yet. Well, not quite yet, but any longer. The money's been taken away even in overtime. Thea waiting up top. Pretty quiet, pretty slow from CLG Red. Just now, this looks like a split towards that upper bomb site. Emmy's got position by Mini. So does Yuli. At any moment, they could just turn the corner. And the A bomb site is in for some trouble. But there's defenders in position here, actually, as well. Even a player down in the lower bomb site is close to vents. So Thea up top. Diane entering with the AWP. That's got to be crazy. And a 5 versus 5, that's a bold play. But the defense is getting pulled apart. Their attention is being drawn in different directions. And that's allowing CLG Red to get in this. Rain has come up the vents and delivered until just now. Great shot from Jennifer. But the bomb must go down. 20 seconds on the clock.
Art coming on up. The timing is everything. She's gonna find nothing. Goose will take her down, and CLG Red with a flawless T-side. Where was this all this while? And they just shut it out. Like, where was this, like, all this while?
I bet they're asking that same question.
Oh, that's got to be a gut blow for Dig. They're out of tag timeouts as well. Just take a breather, and now again it's back to the same old. No margin for error. They need to win all 3 to take it to overtime number 2. And Emmy with the auto shotty. We've seen her do this in the past, Jason. It didn't quite pan out. Is it gonna work this time around? I don't know. She's just pushing in. She's mad, and she's gonna get the hell out of there as well. That is just that's disgusting.
Yeah, and Diane rotating back. Now that's the final nail in the coffin. Great shooting from Diane, and yeah, I mean, the smoke down is actually helping Diane. She feels so comfortable with the repeat and finds one more through smoke. It was such a great comeback. It was such a great recovery in this map. In this grand finals, Dignitas showed such a high quality, and they just fall right at the final hurdle. But at least, I mean, from a 3-14, they can take this loss with pride. That's a good glimpse, but CLG gonna take it. They're gonna take the grand finals. They are your DreamHack Showdown champions in North America.
Yeah, can't take anything away from them. Kind of late resurgence, but they do it in overtime. But man, I am shattered for Dignitas right now. I am feeling so bad for these girls because that comeback was monumental. Taking the overtime, and then CLG, somewhere they find another gear. They go all in, and there we go, champions. I mean, without a doubt, the best team so far in the tournament. But Dig, they are a very, very close second right now.
Yeah, and some obvious stuff for them to work on. But I mean, I think at the moment, even in a loss, you just got to be happy that comeback occurred, that you didn't just kind of fade away in that final map. You gave it a real good fight. And actually, when you consider how dominant Mirage was, even a chance for Dignitas to win that if they'd been able to take Train, which was mostly in their control. So tough finals for them. Congratulations again to CLG Red. Congratulations to a good showing of second place for Dignitas. We're going to head to a break, and when we come back, we'll have the desk and the ladies to break it all down. No break. We're going right to the desk.
Thank you so much, Moses and Blair. Thank you for being fantastic casters for this weekend. Of course, Moses joined us last weekend as well. But right now, I am with Vilga and Potter to talk about that final. And blimey, Nuke. The first half, it's 12-3 to CLG. Potter, why on earth did we end up in overtime?
Man, I think it's the perfect mixture of everything. CLG Red not playing to win, but starting to play not to lose. Then you have the mixture of Milk just showing up, deja vu here again. I mean, it was just very much the same storyline. She was quiet in that first half, then just exploded. The amount of clutch rounds that she was able to bring for Dig. Then you started having Art come alive. And Thea, my goodness, this young star for Dignitas has been performing all weekend long. But ultimately, I think, I mean, CLG Red, I gotta agree with Blair. What the heck happened in regulation? Why didn't we see these 3 dominant T rounds that we saw in OT? So definitely good for CLG Red to kind of find that winning formula, find out exactly what they needed to do to actually win. But come on, it was 14-3 at one point. At a certain point, I mean, it was really CLG Red's control and game to lose, and good on Dignitas to make it so competitive.
Vilga, what were your final impressions of that grand final?
I had my jaw dropped. Honestly, this second half, I was, CLG, they won both pistols. The score was 14-3, but then the first gun round, I saw this, this was the mistake from them. They were overconfident. They were just going and dying one by one to the pharmacist. Dignitas didn't even have a good buy. Emily didn't have an op. And CLG just started dying one by one, and then, it all just started, this comeback and everything. But very good fight. But Dignitas, seriously, if you have this comeback, you gotta finish the series.
Potter, the phone is ringing. That means we've got a winner with one of our champions,
Wow.
Diane.
Oh my God, Diane, you're so beautiful. What the heck?
Oh my god.
You just took away my breath right now. Holy moly.
Stop. You're making me blush. Stop.
Oh, congratulations on
Thank
being
you.
our North American DreamHack Showdown Summer Champions. What a long title, and what a title for you guys. You totally deserve it. But first of all, I need to ask, Emmy buying an auto shotty on championship point, Di, whose decision was that?
Hers and hers alone, but I honestly support it 100%. I never say no to an XM buy. I think most of my team uses it, so I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do,
Man, what happened on Nuke? Tell us what happened on this first gun round on T side. Why do you die to pharmacists, bro?
Okay, can we just congratulate us for winning pistols at least?
Yeah.
My God, my team are not pistol players. For God knows what reason, we're not pistol players. So the fact that we even won 2 pistols on this map is a godsend. So, I mean, honestly, we were starting off really good on Nuke. It's just that I think we got into our own heads sometimes. I think it was like that yesterday too. I think for me, I know how well and how capable my players are. And for me, yesterday, we played really sloppy CS. And today, we played a bit more sloppy CS too. Even on Mirage, I wasn't doing good either. But for me, I think our mentals game is so strong that we just close it out no matter what. I think yeah, all the pressure's there for us, but I never feel the pressure from my team. So yeah.
Speaking of Mirage, Diane, I gotta ask you about it, man. That was a tough map for you. Dignitas did a fantastic job just making your life hell. What was your thought process there? Did you start losing confidence? Did you start changing your playstyle, or was it just shit wasn't working?
Honestly, one, I definitely wasn't hitting my shots. As you could tell, I probably had like 6 kills. Two, for sure, I think a lot of the things that they ran, like a lot of the things that were working for them, we just weren't even thinking about most of the time. I mean, they were running through smokes. They were not respecting any of the strats that we were throwing at them. So for me, I instantly knew as soon as that was happening, they were disrespecting us. So we came into Nuke, we're like, and that's why Emmy bought next M. She said, yo, I'm gonna get close hut and make them respect our upper. Because at this point, we gotta do something. And I think once we took that into account on Mirage, I think it just kind of flowed out on Nuke. It was a bit of a struggle at the end, but we closed it out, thankfully.
Well, there are a couple of real highlights for me from your side on Nuke. That AWP clutch from you on lower in the first half, and then Julie's clutch. And the second half, when I basically woke up all of London, it is like 2 a.m. in the UK. Just tell me about how you managed that clutch with the AWP on lower in the first half.
Well, we took account of where the two were. Emmy was in bomb site. They were both like, hey, she's pushed hut, she's heaven. I'm like, all right, I'm dipping out to go into lower. And unfortunately, Emmy died. But as soon as I was just listening to the rotation, and I heard them both drop down vent, and I was just like, all right, well, this is a free kill if I just stay here. And then it kind of just worked out.
Now, ladies of the desk, do you have any more questions before we let Di go?
How do you look so beautiful?
Stop.
We give you a clap. Yeah,
You're gonna make me stop. You're gonna make me blush. Stop.
You can blush away. You're a champion. It's been so incredible to watch you ladies. What is next for CLG Red?
Right now, thankfully, we're done with DreamHack. ESA season's over for us, and we haven't gotten to take a break yet. So we're gonna take a 2-week break, and then we're gonna reset for the ESA season, which starts in about like a month-ish. So yeah, we're gonna get prepped for that. But besides that, that's it for us.
Well, good luck and congratulations once more. You are our North American DreamHack Showdown Summer 2020 champion!
Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Di.
Congrats, Diane.
She was very beautiful, but I didn't want to also say that because I was like, okay, the analysts are going to say that I'm going to be professional here, but she's very beautiful. So let's talk through some other beautiful things. We have got our top 5 plays of the tournament. Potter, take it away.
Starting off with play number 5. This is Artstar. We've been highlighting and complimenting Artstar all weekend long. It's a shame that she was just a stand-in. This is a 4 kill for her. This happened just earlier today on train, and it was beautiful work.
Definitely beautiful work. And these kills, she just switches around. Play number 4 goes, of course, to Goose Breeder holding this A side on Mirage. Man, this was the round I brought to drawing board. It was just so incredible. Dignitas didn't check her properly, and she just gets away with 4 kills.
Yeah, just her movement, her decision making, and her target selection was prime. And with play number 3, this is Minio. I'm so glad to see her making it actually in the top 5 plays of the entire tournament. Her team didn't make it very far, or as far as they could have actually, but this was an ace on pistol, on a pistol round on Mirage.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Every headshot, just headshots, man. I like it. Play number 4, going to, of course, to Sapphire. That was insane 1 versus 4. She got 3 1 versus 4 this tournament. Just look at this movements. She's not failing anything, just headshots and body shots. And she got this 1 versus 4 round, important round for her team.
Yeah, and even just re-aggressing into that brown hall, taking control, keeping her stamped authority towards those brown halls. It was really nice from Sapphire. And Athena, okay, this round was kind of disgusting. That second flick onto that headshot box coming out of Athena, that was incredible. And this was kind of a round that ignited Athena back into the series and made her just really a dominant player. So it was impressive to watch for sure.
So much talent this weekend in the DreamHack Showdown Summon. It feels very apt that Timo, the unsung hero of the desk, has
Hello.
just entered the building. I think I'm going to miss him most of all. Ladies, thank you so much for being incredible this weekend, and Potter, of course, the past 2 weekends as well. I can't wait to hear you cast and analyze in the future. And Vilga, I can't wait to see you playing again with Galaxy Racer Esports. Of course, thank you to all of our casters as well. I know Sapphire and Pansy weren't here this weekend, but they were fabulous last weekend too. Production, you've been awesome. And of course, our viewers. We wouldn't do this without you, would we? So thank you so much to them and all the teams, and of course our sponsors, Monster and Monster Studios. We're gonna go and have an after party in Discord potentially right now, so we'll leave you guys to celebrate on your lonesomes too. But until the next showdown, goodbye. Thank you so much.
Bye guys.